Hello, welcome. Today we are going to be focusing on our heart and our breath. So go ahead, sit up nice and tall if this is comfortable. Otherwise, you can go ahead and lay down on the mat. Whichever one you choose, we're going to take our hands and put them at our heart center. And from here, go ahead, slightly close the eyes or completely. And just tune inward for a moment. Trying to shut off the outside world, the outside noise and chaos. And just tune inward with your spirit. Listening and feeling your heart. And notice how your heart rate can be connected to your breath. So nice big inhales. Full and complete exhales. The slower you breathe, the slower your heart rate is going to start to beat, calming the inner world. One more full breath like that. Nice big inhale, one of the biggest breaths you've taken all day. Feeling the chest rise, and with your exhale, let it all go. Still tuning inward. How are you feeling today? And don't go superficial and just say, okay. No, have this conversation with yourself. How are you truly feeling? And then how do you want to feel? We always have a choice in this life. God is great, and He gives us this freedom to choose. Do we want to choose suffering, or do we want to choose Him and love and light? Today, I'm going to show you to tune inward to that feeling of peace and love. You don't need that from somebody or something. All you ever need to receive love is from yourself and within. So go ahead, soften through the face, the shoulders. Just tune inward again. What would peace feel like to you? Do you feel a little lighter in the chest? Maybe it wants to bring a smile to your face. The worries float away. What does total happiness feel like? Create that now. What does it sound like if you're one that likes to connect with your senses? Does happiness sound like birds singing, kids laughing, the waterfall? What does it feel like? Maybe the sun shining upon your face, cool breeze. What does it look like in your body? You able to surrender, be pain-free. Maybe it has a scent to it. You smell the flowers, the fresh dew. Does it have a taste? Like sweet nectar. Again, this is all just tuning inward. You can create your own peace, your own happiness. What does that look like, feel like, taste, smell, sound like? One more full big breath in. Breathing in all that love. Exhale. Letting go of any of those worries. You can slowly open the eyes. Welcome back to this outside world. And no matter what's going on, it can be chaotic around you. But do you want to get involved in that chaos and that stress? If not, just breathe in God. And breathe out you and say, I'm not getting involved in all this. I can be an observer, watching it all, but you don't need to get involved in it. You need to be that sense of peace, and maybe that can help spread to everyone else. So if you're lying down, please join me in a seated position. We're going to think of the head again over the heart center over the pelvis. Inhale, you're just going to actively reach all the way up. Exhale, let the hands drop down. Still spreading and reaching. Consciously moving your arms with your breath. Inhale all the way up. Breathing in that love. Exhaling you. And any stress you might have today. One more. Inhale. Close your eyes if you'd like. Exhale down. Inhale. Hands are going to come to heart center. And then go ahead with your exhale. Your hands are going to interlace and bring the elbows out. With your next inhale, you're going to push the palms away and all the way up. Engage the core while you're going to have a slight back bend in the chest. Exhale, you're going to open up the arms and the chest, letting your hands go behind you. Engage that core yet while you reach up and open up your heart to the Lord. With your exhale, draw a little circle with your hands back in the front and come back to the beginning. Prayer hands. Exhale, arms open up. Inhale, push away first and up. Exhale, open up. The chest, hands going back. Inhale, slide the hands in front, round through the back and the shoulders. Let the chin come to chest. Prayer hands. Inhale, start to bring the elbows up. Exhale, push the hands away. One more time through. Inhale, all the way up. Connect with your breath here. Exhale, open up the chest. Hands come back. Inhale, lift one more time with the chest. Exhale, hands come in front, round through the back. Prayer hands. Inhale, lift the chest up. Good. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, open one up and off to the side. Same thing. Just notice where you're at. You might want to be forward and feel it more in your back, or open up more for the side. And maybe look up to the ceiling. Rock out. This is for you. Go where it feels good and where you need it today. Inhale, you're going to come up with the arms. Exhale, drop the arm down. Inhale, lift the other one up. And exhale, start to slide it over. Pushing away from that bottom arm. Again, same here. You can look up. You can maybe round through the back. You can rock it side to side. Go again where it feels good. Breathing in to the chest, feeling love with the inhale. And letting go with exhale. Inhale, raise the arm up again. Exhale, let the hand come down. One more time on each side. Inhale, arm comes up. Exhale, reach it over. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, let it drop down. Moving with your breath. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, over. Inhales up. Exhale down. Good. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. And with your exhale, the hands are going to come in front and peel yourself up for a tabletop. With this tabletop, we want your wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Push away from the mat here. Let the tailbone start to come up, belly down, chest and chin up. You can rock it side to side. Again, go where it feels good here. One more full breath in. This time with your exhale, letting the tailbone start to round, peeling the navel to the spine. Let the shoulder blades go away from the spine while your head goes down to gravity. You can rock it side to side again. Feel in the side body, maybe in the spine. Might need a little bit movement. When you're ready, you're really going to push away from the mat, getting the back to come up even more like a cat. Feeling your heart space. And tucked into the center. When you're ready, we're going to start to move with our breath. Inhales to come back up. Exhale, melt down. 2 more with your breath. Breathing in God and all the love. Exhaling you. Close your eyes if it's okay for your balance, or if you're a little dizzy, you can keep them open. But always it helps to tune inward when your eyes are relaxed. You can feel your sensations a little bit more. Inhale, long spine, back to that tabletop. From here, we're going to take that right leg, send it out with the exhale. Really push that heel back to feel a nice stretch while you're still pushing away from the arms. Engage that core, and you can stay here if this feels good, or again, rock it back and forth, nice and slow. One more full breath. With your next inhale, find stillness. Exhale, bring the knee back in to the tabletop. Inhale, sweep the left leg out. Pushing away from the mat, engage the core. Exhale, let the heel go back towards the back of the mat, really feeling a nice stretch on the back line of the leg. Still engaging the core and pushing away with the arms. Stay here, rock it out. Two more breaths. Slowing down the breath. Just slow down the heart and feel peace and love. Next, inhale. Come to stillness. Exhale, bring the knee underneath. We're going to go ahead into our first child's pose. Let the hips go back. Arms reach to the front of the mat. Surrender your head and forehead if you want. You can kind of rock it side to side. Just helps to calm the mind. Really breathe into the back line of your body with those inhales. Feel the backs of the rib cage expand away from each other. With your exhale again, letting go of anything that you might be holding on to that's getting in the way of that peace and love. One more full breath. And with your next inhale, you're going to push into the hands and come on up. You're going to let the hips start to come down. At the same time, you're going to open up through the chest for a cobra. Peel away or push away from the arms and let your shoulders peel away from the ears. With your exhale, your hips are going to come up. The last thing to come down is the chest and the head. You're going to go back to that child's pose. Nice and slow, kind of making like a wave with your body. Inhale, rounding it on up, chin to chest. The last thing to rise this time is your head and chest. As the hips lower down, that's when the shoulder peels away and back. Open up for the cobra. Exhale, come back down. Arching. Chest and chin come down first, or last. Inhale, chin to chest. Hips come up. When the hips start to come down, open up through the chest. Nice big wave. One more time. Exhale, lower down. Inhales to come up. rock it side to side, or just let your shoulders come forward and backward. From here, go ahead. We're going to go pick the butt up one more time and come into a puppy pose. So you're just going to let your hips go above the knees and let your arms kind of come out wherever it feels good. If this is it, great. If your shoulders are okay with it, you're going to start to come out a little bit more and let your forehead come to the ground. One more breath here. Breathing into that heart center. Exhale, releasing. Slowly let your hands come back up to push yourself up. We're going to take the right foot forward to the right hand. Open up the chest. Go ahead, put your hands on top of each other on that right thigh and start to let your hips come down and forward, feeling a nice stretch. But don't just hang here. Again, have that activation that your arms kind of pushing away, helping your legs kind of come together. Chest can stay open here. One more breath. And if you're able to, we're going to start to do that same thing. Inhale, we're going to have our hands come up to prayer hands. With the exhale, interlace them, elbows out. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, send the arms back. Inhale, let them come forward, chin to chest. Exhale, one more time, elbows out. Inhale, push away. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, round them back up to prayer hands. Exhale, melt down. Let that front leg go straight for that hamstring stretch. Again, you want to keep your chest nice and open here. Think of the belly coming down first to meet the upper thigh. And if it's able to reach, then you can fold into it. Always just stay where it feels good. Never want to feel it behind the knee. Always have a slight bend. Breathe in here yet. Focus again is on that breath in your heart. Sending the breath there to feel the love and warmth in the center of your chest. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, hands. Frame the front foot. Front foot meets the back one. We're going to switch legs. Inhale, lift your left one up. Come on up again with the chest, if it's all right on the knees. You're going to put your hands again, stack them on top of that leg to help push yourself away. And with the hips, let them come forward and down. Feeling a nice stretch on that back line in front of that hip. Same thing. You don't want to just actively hang in the stretch. You want to activate the legs, feel the energy. And if it's all right, we're going to move with our breath again. Inhale, hands come to that heart center. Exhale, elbows come out, interlace the fingers. Inhale, push away and up. Exhale, arms come down. Open up the chest. Inhale, slide them around. Prayer hands. Exhale, elbows out. Inhale, push away from the hands and all the way up. One more time, exhale, arms down, chest open up. Inhale, slide the hands in front to prayer hands. Inhale, come up with the head. One more, all the way up, arms. With your exhale, let that front leg go straight for a hamstring stretch. Stay here again, thinking of the hips square off to the front of the mat. You don't want them to go on an angle. Flex through that front foot. Again, soften with your breath. Breathing in low with that inhale. And exhale, surrendering anything that's not you or any tension that you might be holding on to. One more full breath. With your next inhale, the leg comes forward. Frame off the foot. And exhale, the back or front foot meets the back one. Go into another child's pose. One full breath here. You can rock out the hips if it feels good. With your next inhale, come on all the way up to the modified plank. Exhale, we're going to lower all the way down. Inhale, sweep yourself forward and up for cobra. Exhale, back to child's pose. One more breath in the back line of the body. With your next inhale, push into the hands and come on up. I'm going to cross at the ankles and then come into a nice seated position. And from here, we're going to rock and roll it all the way down. Go nice and slow again, taking your time, feeling it out. Same thing, you can always just close your eyes and listen for directions. You're going to take a hold of the knees and just let them splay out and rock your body side to side. And from here, you're going to slowly let your legs go out long. We're going to end in Shavasana. So you can have your hands or palms face up. Or if it feels all right, then you want to still hold on to and feel your heart. You can put them on your heart center. For Shavasana, it's always known as like the corpse pose, where you kind of surrender and just be okay with death. You're not thinking about anything in the past. You're not worrying about your to-do list or anything in the future. You're not paying attention to that external stimulus that keeps you stressed out or mind occupied. You're tuning inward and just being grateful and happy and at peace here for each and every breath. So pay attention to the breath, feeling your chest rise with the inhales. I'm feeling it fall with the exhales. Try not to manipulate the breath, but just be grateful for it by watching it and feeling it. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat or hear the thump. This is what I imagine when Jesus was on the boat with his disciples and they were all in a panic. The storm and the waves were getting bad, that they woke up Jesus. And he stood up and he said, "Be still and know that I am." So no matter what's going on in the outside world, what's chaotic and what you're feeling stressed and you're telling your story and getting all involved, take a breath. Let it go. And be still. This is where you're going to find the peace and love from within, where God is. Love you. And go in peace, dear soul. Namaste.